Welcome to the second week of our 17-week series where we will walk through our building center, giving you an in-depth look at our building process of your new Palm Harbor home. This week, we continue at our subfloor station.
Hi folks, I'm Howard Broughton. I'm with Palm Harbor Homes up in Fort Worth at the building center. Today we're going to talk about the foundation of a home, the flooring structure. And if you look at this, all our homes are built on a jig. They're set up on 16-inch centers. They're set up on 16-inch centers, and every 4 feet you wind up with 4 joists. I tell you that because there's some manufacturers that only put 3 instead of 4. That's an area you can't see. Code does not require we do this, we do it. This is also yellow pine. Yellow pine, as you know, is very heavy and very dense. We get this in the warmer climate months because sometimes we have difficulty getting some spruce pine fir out of Canada. So we wind up with yellow pine. When we put our yellow pine on this at 16-inch centers, if you notice that it's marked, when we get to a place where there's a joint, HUD code does not require we put this gang nail plate on here. Other manufacturers will take a piece of scrap lumber, they'll put that on there, and that'll be their joint. This is like a scar on your skin. It's tougher here than it is over there. You try to break this with this, because there's a gang nail plate on both sides. That gives you a sturdy floor, so your perimeter railing on your floor is very rigid. And that causes it to build a better floor so they don't have the drywalls and things likely to crack as it goes down the highway. Now, once they build this upside down, they will then flip it over. Now, if you turn with me over here, and I want to show you, this is a floor that's set up vertically, ready at the next station to flip down. What you see here is a blanket of insulation that is on the belly of your home, and then there's a sheet of plastic on that back side that's holding that up. What this does is trap the heat inside of your home so that your plumbing lines, if your duct system's down here or if your water line system is down here, it is all protected from the cold from the outside. You notice too that your cold lines are labeled as blue and your hot lines is black, is red, so it allows you to hook them up in the right places and send them to the floor. That's on Plumplex. This is with an Onica ring. These Onica rings have a knuckle on them that goes into the hole. We use this system because this is the same system that's used in the hydraulics of airplanes. And obviously you don't want them to fail with it on an airplane. We don't want them to fail here either because we want them to last for as long as they can. Here's another thing we do that is not a requirement. Any line that we put into the house, of course, this is going to go up through the floor when they bring it around, but we cover the ends of it. We don't want sawdust and things to get into the line, so when you turn the water on, you get water that comes out of it. So as you can see, all the drain line is set up here, and you see these blocks that are put in here? These blocks are put on there at certain levels as that drain goes from one end of the house to the other to cause that line to be shifted downward so that the inside contents drains downward. The other thing it does is, if you notice, you see these black straps here? These straps are put on there because you don't want this to move. You don't want it to move in transportation. You don't want it to move once it gets set up. You don't want any floor squeaks on it. So these lines are strapped and put in there properly to give you that. So here I'm sitting on 16-inch centers with yellow pine. Makes a very sturdy floor, and it's the best foundation you can put onto your home. These are 2x6s. If I build larger houses, sometimes I can go 2x8, but these are 2x6s I put on here. We're going to talk about what goes onto the floor next in the production line.